Howdy, Greg Swann here. I would like to point out to you that all work and no play, etc., etc. So I have three quick topics that I want to dispense with today. Number one is today is August 25th, 2014. Today is Anthony Johnson's birthday. So I'm going to say happy birthday to Anthony. I don't know if this movie will go up on his birthday, but I want to say happy birthday to him forever because I celebrate his birth every day. I am enormously grateful to Anthony for all of the attention that he has brought to me through the 21 convention and through these YouTube channels. But I'm grateful to Anthony just for being alive. I'm glad to know that he's out there. I am very proud to know a 25-year-old who I consider a complete and thoroughgoing grown-up, and I'm just inspired to know he's there. So happy birthday, Anthony, and I hope every day is as happy as today, and I hope every day is happier every day from now on. Number two, I would like to have some women around here. I mean, I'm presuming that there are women who watch these videos, but I sure don't hear from them. All I ever hear are from our guys who seem to think that demonstrating to me that they've mastered farting the Persian alphabet is somehow representative of human intellect. Certainly I get no responses that I consider worthy of my reaction, but I want to talk to women in any case. I talked about how to have half-hour-long orgasms for women only. I talked about how to be your husband's personal porn star. I talked about how you can revivify chastity as a negotiating strategy to get to better, more satisfying romantic relationships for both of you. I think I am usually beneficial for women, so beneficial for women that men might want to steer their women away from me for fear that their wives and sweethearts might discover the immense power they have between their legs and start to deploy it in a more efficient manner. But I have something special just for the ladies today, so this is your reason to bring them into the room even if you don't want to show them my other videos. I have a special gift for women. What it is the female counterpart to the That's What She Said joke. And I know that That's What She Said jokes are fairly ubiquitous right now. I gather that The Office had a That's What She Said episode. I don't watch The Office. I don't really care for mockumentaries, but that one in particular is horrifying. I hate it. But I have been aware of That's What She Said jokes for at least 30 years. I can remember in the mid-'80s in New York, working in an office. This is the first time I ever heard one. Somebody had dug something out of a file, turned back to the desk to deal with the file, and the drawer was still open, and the boss said, "Push it all the way in." And 2 or 3 guys in the room at once, "That's what she said." I was a young guy. I thought that was a great joke. I worked with that particular crew. I was on a contract and I was there for a little while, and I ended up hearing That's What She Said jokes in 1,000 different variations, and that's why it works for guys. That's why they love it. That's why it's so fun. It's a joke that almost always works. If you listen for the propitious moment, if you listen for the right opportunity, and you say, "That's what she said," you get a laugh. You always get a laugh. It's guaranteed perennial forevermore humor. Is as long as you wait for the moment and don't deploy it until the moment is right, it will always get a laugh. It'll always be funny. So, what's funny about this joke? The mere repetition of it makes it funny. The inversion of meanings, or the multiple meanings that you can put into it, like that, "push it all the way in," referring to a file drawer. Oh no, that's what she said, meaning you know what it means. And that's always what it means. It's always that double entendre, but it's really a triple entendre, because the other message in That's What She Said is there is another woman. Not necessarily now, maybe in the past, maybe just in my imagination, but there is another woman, and she said something to me similar to what you just said, only she said it in a much better context. That's what it's all about. It's about a guy going one up on his woman with this joke. And it really is just a joke. One may hope that he's not truly reporting what his adulterous mistress had to say, but it is a way for a guy to go one-up in a very bragging kind of way, a very strutting, posturing kind of way. Of course, it's almost always a lie. It better be a lie. And therefore it's pathetic, it's pitiful. If it's intended to be anything other than strictly jocular, strictly humorous, then it's pathetic. But of course that's not the intent. The intent is always just humor. And typically you won't even hear this joke in mixed company. It'll be just guys talking to each other, and then it's just more of the bullshit that guys do when they're talking to each other. I wrote a very similar joke 3 or 4 years ago for my wife, which is a lot of fun for me. The joke is not like my wife. That's it, not like my wife. And so she says, Greg, do you think these jeans make me look fat? Not like my wife. Don't you think she's pretty? Not like my wife. Isn't that woman a bitch? Oh no, not like my wife. There isn't any kind of fishy, shit-testing, confidence shaking, meaningless query that your wife can make that can't be answered adequately with not like my wife. And it's the same kind of thing. I'm not threatening adultery, but I am kind of diminishing the concern. And again, if it's just in fun, if it's just a joke, then it's funny. And if you really are using it as a weapon, then there's a problem in your marriage. And 3 cheers for you, you just discovered it. But here is my version of That's What She Said for women. The joke is, that's what the other guy said. So the guy makes some kind of absurd claim, the kind of claims that guys are always making when they're trying to sway women into doing what they want done. So, honey, I'll take you places you've never been before. Yeah, that's what the other guy said. I'll buy you a house, I'll get you a big diamond ring, you won't believe the car I'm gonna... That's what the other guy said. And it is exactly like That's What She Said, in the sense that you are going one up. And so again, if it's not a joke, it's a clue. And any guy that you find yourself in the situation where you really want to go one up on him, where you really want to stick a knitting needle in his eye, you really want to poke him in a way that's gonna hurt, this is the wrong guy. You're with the wrong guy. So I did you 2 mitzvahs. I gave you a great joke, and I taught you how to recognize when you're with the wrong guy.